All right, thugs, we got another special review for you today. Today we have a hood classic. We got Arizona used to be $1 iced tea. Comes in a nice can like this. I went with the lemon flavor, iced tea with lemon flavor.
They took
Okay.
off the price on the can. It used to be printed on the can 99 cents.
Yeah, it used to be 99 cents. But in this economy, dude, it's now like $1.30.
So now
Just
they're
to
just
show
letting
you.
the Indians sell it for whatever they want. The Indians
Wait,
price
wait,
the
wait, wait.
Arizona tea.
After the whole thing from the CEO where he was like, we're not gonna ever change it. Like after that whole public campaign, that PR campaign. Fuck, man.
Yeah, these are dark days, but it still tastes great. Let's have it. Let's have a taste. Oh yeah, that's refreshing. Welcome back, thugs. It's another episode. 5 out of 5. Perfect.
Welcome to Grub Thug. What up, thugs? Tonight I'll be reviewing Kona Big Wave. It's a
A
good,
classic.
yeah, it's really good actually. I drink this a lot.
What do you have for show and tell, Jordan?
Let me guess.
Uh, a Puerto Rican woman.
Yeah, let's see her. Pulp a clip.
Yes, I will marry un gringo, yeah, of course.
You're gonna have to bear with me. I woke up like 45 minutes ago. I'm still very, very tired.
He's what you call knackered. He's
I am
knackered.
literally knackered. Yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah.
knackered, mate.
Mm.
So,
So
what are we talking about? What's happening?
I
You know,
lost
guys, I've
day.
been I've been
I
fucking busy
made
this week.
I made it to day 5 of semen retention, but today, like I had some lustful thoughts about Ghislaine Maxwell and
Game
her
over.
business. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I lost my battle.
she's an attractive woman, an attractive older woman. A lot of the Zoomer males are very much into the mommy dommy thing, I've
Do you
noticed.
think it's
So
ethical?
I can see how the Ghislaine Maxwell thing works very
I
well. But
I don't want her to dominate me, just to be clear, but I'm just
okay,
asking
but
if
dude, explain that to me. Why is it kids in your generation? Like, why do I go on Instagram and see some woman who's like my age, who's like still a thought, and obviously
Mhm.
that's depressing and millennial and degenerate in its own way. But I'll go on Instagram, I'll see some woman who's like my age, and then it will be like, mommy, like, mommy,
Yeah.
rape me, mommy. It's like just the darkest shit. What's up with your
Well,
generation,
I
bro?
mean, like there's a couple factors. Like, I mean, like for one hypothetical would be, you know how girls typically have daddy issues, guys
Mm-hmm.
definitely have mommy issues, and when you have that, it can spiral out of control pretty bad.
Yeah,
Like,
see, here's the thing. Girls
in
aren't
those such
supposed to
cases.
have daddy issues. Like, if a girl has a healthy relationship with her dad, then she'll date less men and she'll probably like pick men better. But the idea is that the girls that have daddy issues are the biggest sluts. And often, typically, here's a real black pill for you. They're typically better in bed, right? Because like they're into more fucked up stuff. It's like, I'm just being real, okay? Like just being like
No, I
honest about
know.
it. So okay, so
Mhm.
it's like you want to find that balance, I guess, of a girl who's like got a good relationship with her dad. With the guy, like in an ideal world, nobody has daddy or mommy issues, is what I'm saying. In like a healthy world, that's not actually a good thing.
Yeah, we don't live in a healthy world, Jordan. I don't know if you fucking realize that.
Arizona is $1.20, motherfucker. We don't live in a healthy world.
We don't live in that society anymore. Some of us are thriving in it right now. Some of us have anime girlfriends like me. Like, say hi, Oscar. But anyway,
She
yeah,
looks
she's
like the
gaming right now.
lo-fi beats to study and relax to.
She's gaming right now. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, like mommy issues. Yeah, so there's that. Also, something about like I mean, men are that have less testosterone now in my generation, and like an alpha female, which is really just a woman in her 30s versus a 22-year-old Zoomer, who's gonna win that one. I guess he's putting on the leather. I mean, in any sort of affection, even bad kinds of affection, maybe. I'm not into
Hmm.
that. I
Well,
like leather neck
when I
guard.
was your age, maybe a bit younger. Yeah, probably a couple of years younger actually. How you? No, yeah, it's okay. When I'm like 21, I dated a girl who was like, I don't know why in my head you're like perpetually 23, but like in it like when I was 21, I dated a girl who's 33.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I just think it kind of weirdly worked in a strange way because like I was my most horny I've ever been in my life, and she's the most horny she's ever going to be in her life, and it just kind of worked. Like it
Yeah.
was kind of just saying,
When I like call back to the Andy had sex episode, when I deflowered, well, no, when I was deflowered, I guess it was by
bro, that's not how that works. That is not how that fucking works. Holy shit.
by
Andy goes to prison.
no, a very feral 38-year-old, got her teeth on me, you know what I mean? And I got some blood on her pavement.
Yeah,
But
got initiated with in the blood ritual. It's dope.
yeah,
I
nice
don't
Mm.
know.
people.
I don't know the deal with the mommy dom thing, but
I like mommies, yeah, I guess. I mean,
I
I shouldn't say
definitely
that.
think that the stepmom, stepsister porn is a symptom of the fractured idea of marriage in the West and especially
Yeah.
in the United
Mm.
States.
Okay, go
Byproduct of
on.
that. Like I
Please proceed. Sigmund Freud. This is dope.
Well, you're forcing over half of the population into situations with stepsisters, stepmoms, stepparents, and this like weird gray family kink thing where they're not biologically related to you, but you're having sex with them thing. And I think it's a
Damn. Okay, yeah,
I
all
think
right.
the
I see what
front
you mean.
page of porn is reflecting the real life fucked up state of the American family, you know? Um, that's my theory on that as far as wanting your mom to sit on your face. I can't speak on that. Not into that shit. Not into any of it.
Do you guys see why we should talk more about culture than news now?
Because talking about how horrid, disgusting it is
Well,
very
it's not that. It's
natural. It
just that
just
like,
flows.
yeah, it's just
Hatred of
like
the
it just
modern
comes
state.
naturally.
But yeah, but the news represents and reflects that. Like, my Instagram account turned into what it is, which is just basically screenshots of the news that I select that highlights the way that I feel and shape the world. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like my own personal algorithm and bubble. And in conversation, when I talk to people and I debate and I discuss things IRL, I'll say things like, those public school teachers be really molesting kids, am I right? And they're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I pull up my Instagram account and I show them like 30 fucking stories in a row of public
No,
school
I know what you mean. I know what
Your
you mean.
Instagram is
Sometimes,
black pilled,
yeah.
man. It's very
Your
dark.
Instagram is black pilled as fuck. I can totally see you doing that, like
Yeah,
slipping.
it's like
Yeah,
my resource, like my reference guide for when I'm speaking about something that others don't agree with.
to normies, or you just want to slip casual red pills into conversation.
I have a
Like,
nice
like I,
algorithm of like based, like racist meme accounts, e-girls, more e-girls,
no, I mean
images,
like, yeah,
images that
you
go
want.
hard. That's one of my favorite accounts. Hard images. Watch that.
My
It's good
Instagram
stuff.
account algorithm for Politogram is so like ironically fucked up. It's like all cringe clips, like a mix of like some horrors because I think horrors are in every algorithm no matter what you do, and then a bunch of like queer, transgender, just horrible fucking people. And it's like they're making content unironically, but it's being shown to me ironically because I open up the comments and it's nothing but people just fucking hating on it all.
It would appear that white t-shirt, no bra is how you suddenly pass to a whole lot of men all at once. It's been a funny day.
It's just like hate-driven rage bait content made by gay people. And that's like 80% of my fucking feed now. Mm.
Yeah.
Then I get a little bit of like Ted Kaczynski, radical, like environmentalist, eco-terrorist content and some like gardening. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing with my potatoes this season. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I go in and out of that account. I don't like to be in it for too long. That's the one where I'm like, that's enough internet for today. I go back to the normal world, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's right what you say that the news reflects culture. It's just like sometimes the news is just a hyper exaggerated version of culture, and increasingly, I feel like the news is like a psyop. Whereas before, it used to just be like generally like informing you of what was happening in the world. Like, I feel like it's more and more actually controlled narrative, if that makes sense. Like, I
I
feel
feel like
like you're
they've
just
been
being
controlling. I mean, I feel like news has been a controlled narrative since they invented the radio, or maybe even the printing press, and it's
Actually,
always been
I
bad.
actually disagree. I think like things coagulate. Like information is like going towards a consensus. So before, back in the day, even though weirdly there was like less channels of information, like with the radio and the TV, you had more diversity of thought. Now you have all these millions of channels of like information. Everyone fucking thinks the same thing. Everyone has the same opinion. There's one narrative of events of how it went down. Man, back in the day, the Nazis believed that the moon had a fucking map of the Earth on it. Like the moon is a giant floating map of the Earth,
Oh yeah, I've
and that
seen
there's
It
pictures
hidden
doesn't.
before.
there's
Yeah.
hidden fucking land and like
Uh-huh.
It
hidden
isn't.
continents that the Jews were hiding and not telling them about. I'm just saying, back in the day, people believed a lot of fucking wacky shit, and it went unchecked. Then
Are you saying that isn't true?
the radio didn't make fucking any difference. Conspiracy theories today are tame compared to how like some of the shit that was going on in the 30s, man. I've been looking into it.
Although I didn't hear about flat earthers until like an ironic online movement started like 20 years ago, and now it's an unironic online movement
Yeah.
of
But
people.
in 1700, everyone was an unironic flat earther.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It
correct.
just like blows my fucking mind.
Yeah, but then now we're coming back around, and now like I don't have fucking time to argue with people about if the Earth is flat or round. I'm totally open to discussing how NASA has like lied and like fucked up on doing shit to exaggerate results or research or things that happened, like for sure. They like needed to justify taking trillions of dollars of taxpayer money to send rockets up into space that killed a bunch of people and exploded. So every
Well, it
now and
was
then they're like, check
cool.
out this not photoshopped image. Yeah, that satellite you helped us pay for took that picture. That's what it is.
Didn't they lose the original tapes of the moon landing also, like just recently?
They lost the what's called the telemetry data. The telemetry data, which is the
Yeah.
data that the thing like they lost that, but they lost it pretty quickly after we came back. And to be honest, there's an argument for like, well, why would you need a bunch of zeros and ones like on a fucking floppy disk, like or whatever they had at the time? I don't know.
So, what's your
Um,
guys' favorite conspiracy theory?
Damn, so many to choose from.
I mean, JFK assassination is insane because it's so layered. Like, there's so many different culprits and shit. It's like, oh, it looks like the mob was involved clearly because of Jack Ruby and his club. And then, RFK went after the Kennedys went after the mob hard. They helped JFK win the election, and in return, his brother Bobby went after them. And then there's like the vice president at the time, his incentive to do it because he was from Texas and immediately when he became president, he was like a military industrial complex, like puppet,
Mm,
and also like for Israel. He was like a very, very pro-Israel guy. And then just, there's the Oswald thing. Like he was definitely there. It was probably his gun, but like someone definitely was also shooting. It's so crazy. And there's all this shit like in the video, and the CIA officer or like his Secret Service officers just get off of the car and just stand there, and then his head gets blown off. And the way that the route was changed last minute, it's like who like so much like it's obvious that it was a fucked up conspiracy, but who did it and why is what people like want to argue about. And then you even have like the Discovery Channel and Mythbusters and Penn and Teller like working overtime to convince you that it is possible that one guy did all of that from the school book depository. And then you watch the video and the fucking front of his head explodes, like at an angle that looks like it's from the
mm.
grassy knoll. So it's my favorite conspiracy theory because there's books that are like 1,000 pages written on it, full of information, so many documentaries, movies, theories, ideas, and the real shit is gone. So if you're hoping that like they're gonna declassify any JFK files, no, they already shredded that shit like 60 years ago, dog. Come on. What do you think they're gonna find? Oh yeah, here's the page about how it says like, a Mossad agent was on the grassy knoll. We've known it the whole time, but we packed this away. And that's gonna come out during the Trump administration. Sure. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, I like the Courtney Love Kurt Cobain conspiracy theory. I like that one.
Deal with Courtney, right?
Yeah.
She offered me 50 grand to whack Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I was telling you this.
Mapped it out. I mean, up there in Bellevue, wherever they live, right outside Seattle. I know right where the house is. I know right what garden to pop him in.
I like Waco. It's pretty cool.
What's the
Like
conspiracy about Waco?
that it wasn't cool because it definitely was cool. It was definitely hard. Um, there's, I mean, like certain periods of time, the Bolshevik
Bolshevik?
Revolution.
You could
Yeah,
do it,
that one.
Andy. You
Yeah,
could
that
do
one. That
it.
was cool. I mean, not really. It was kind of cool though. The moon landing. Um, yeah.
Bro, I'm into some wacky
I don't
ones,
believe
bro.
in
I
aliens.
like
I'll say that.
some
Yeah,
of the
what's
alien shit is good, man. Some of the aliens, so like the one where ancient aliens like genetically engineered us from monkeys so that we could mine monatomic gold out of the ground for them so that they could take it back to their home world to build some kind of force field that would stop their planet from being irradiated by its nearest star. And then obviously they genetically engineered us from monkeys, so they left us here and they kind of went back. And
Yeah.
we're like this cargo cult that kind of still worships these aliens. I like Tartaria. Tartaria is fucking brilliant because it's backed literally by Putin and by the Russian governments. There's so many like bots spreading Tartaria. There are literal people who believe that when we arrived in the Americas, like all the Washington State federal buildings were already built by the Tartarian Empire. Like, I love that conspiracy. That's fucking right up my street. I like a lot of the gender bending stuff, like the men being women and women being men, especially in positions of government, because like I'm convinced that's true myself. Like I'm
Like
genuinely fucking
I like
convinced that's
Brigitte
true.
Macron?
Real name, Jean-Michel Trogneau. That person that you are looking at on the right is not a woman. The evidence for this is overwhelming. That second photo, I believe they found a photo of him at a pride parade when he was just living as a homosexual man. For professor years with Brigitte Macron is when he statutorily Emmanuel Macron. Those are not the prerequisites, by the way.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
Brigitte Macron 1,000%. They just sued Candace today, right?
Yeah.
Like they just announced that they're going to sue Candace. Long fucking pause, long fucking hesitation there. Weird that you waited 3 months to then file some kind of when it was going viral like months ago. No, I'm highly suspicious. Too many Michael Obama crotch shots to make me like not be like insanely suspicious of this.
Shout
But
out
like
Big
no, there's
Mike.
just
That'll be one of my favorite conspiracies.
bro, there's so many good conspiracies on the internet. Of course, like there's no smoke without fire. Often a lot of them are kind of halfway true. But it's just like at this point, I don't blame people for being flat earthers. Genuinely.
Yeah, the Hyperborean or Thule Society was a really cool
The
conspiracy
dope
theory.
one,
So
yeah, it's a good
We
one.
should discuss the Brigitte Macron situation a bit because
it's a good idea.
obviously I think the theme of this season with me is free speech and my concerns about it. And I
Yeah,
saw
and there's
an
this weird
article.
AI thing going on as well. So it could be a lot of the Brigitte Macron stuff you could see could be fake as well.
Yeah,
So it's
but
like
there was so explain how this all started, Jord, because what happened recently is that there's these lawsuits and there's a huge concern that people are going to be able to say whatever they want. Oh no. They
oh no.
They might accuse Brigitte Macron of being a man, actually. So Brigitte Macron is Emmanuel Macron, right? Prime Minister of France's wife, and she's like 20 something years older than him or something like that. She's been
Bro,
accused of
it's the
grooming
lore is so deep
since
because
young.
it's not just that okay, look, it's not just
Yeah.
that she's older and that there's an age gap. And like I say, age gap, I'm a big fan of age gap relationships, men being older than women and women being
But
older
she's
than men.
not hot and she's not a
It can't
she.
Because
well here's
earlier you discussed how you were groomed. So
yeah, right. But here's the thing, right? In her case, it is literal grooming because she was his teacher at school. He met her when she was 40, when he was 14, and it's framed in the media by the French media like, oh, she was this sexy teacher, and like no school kid could have resisted. And he's the leader, obviously, so he's smart for his time, and he was mature, and she was like, she kind of like showed him the way. And
Let's see a
what
picture.
gay guys say. That's
bro,
what
yeah,
gay guys
look
are.
at a picture of Brigitte Macron back in the day. No one's losing
But
their
also,
shit
what
over that.
subject was she teaching? Allegedly.
Let me find out. That's a great fucking question. But
Because
basically,
like,
it turns out that not only is there an age gap, but then there's the gender bending of like she is a gay man called Jean-Michel something or Jean-Michel Trogneau, I think is his name. I could be wrong, something like that. And like Man, Candace Owens has undug it all up, right? And this is
Yeah.
months ago. She publishes all this fucking information, being like it's highly suspect. There's even conjecture that they might be related. That
Holy
that
shit.
the Emmanuel Macron might be related to his like gay uncle or something that he's in a relationship with. It's so weird and fucked up and incestuous and like Rothschild Illuminati times 1,360 no scope. And like, but I mean, there's no way of proving that. But I'm just saying they left it a fucking long time to reply. They left it
Yeah.
a fucking long. They were basically waiting for it to go viral in the entire French-speaking world, all those African countries where they still speak French, waiting for it to go viral everywhere before actually deciding, you know what, we should sue this bitch because it's getting out of control. Like, I think it's real, bro.
She does
There's
look
also a
weird.
clip. There's also a clip from a couple of weeks ago of the plane, the like French president trying to their version of Air Force One, like landing, and they had a fight.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah, she's like abusive to him.
the dynamic is weird. I'm
Is
saying.
that a mommy dommy, would you say, George?
For sure.
See, we brought it
Mhm.
back full circle.
I'm really hating all the potential titles for this episode so far, and I wish we would find other things to talk about.
Yeah. Well, what happened in the news?
Well,
Wait, before we move on,
yeah,
I
before we move
just want to
on,
say that she used to teach French language and French literature and Latin and drama.
I
yeah,
mean, like, how horny was that class, do you think? Like, menage a trois, like saying that to the kids. Like, Eiffel Tower, like giving like innuendos, like while she's doing the class. He, whatever you want to say.
so there's this lawsuit against Candace Owens that they
But even,
filed.
hang on a second, like, even as a young lad, he was 14, you said?
Yeah, that's the
How are you finding
story.
that attractive? Like, how the fuck
Bro,
did.
what's the movie with
Was she
like
drugging him?
Is it Dustin Hoffman, Mrs. Robinson, like The Graduate? You know the movie The Graduate?
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? What do you think of me?
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Graduate. That's
Yeah.
the French media paints it like it's the movie The Graduate. Like, how could he have possibly resist? But then you see a picture of this obvious transvestite from the 1980s who was like, it's bizarre. Like, it's weird, man.
I remember when I was a child, like I was in an airport with my mother. I was about 4 years old, and I smelled something very peculiar. I smelled strange perfume and like pheromones or something, and sure enough, it was a transgender person, and I could instantly detect that, with my 4-year-old nostrils. So I'm just
Mm.
saying, like, how are you not able to dodge that as a 14-year-old boy?
Dude, I'm thinking that
Are
it
the
goes.
guys that ugly in France?
No, I'm just thinking that it goes that deep with the abilities to hide this stuff. Because again, in the 80s, the media, there was no internet. So in the 80s, you could get away with like LARPing harder if you were passing. Um, but it's just like, yeah, man.
I guess the threshold for passing was different back then, huh?
Well, I just don't know how. Honestly, I just don't know how it works. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just I'm convinced of it after everything I've seen and unpacking it all. I'm convinced of it, and it terrifies me. And then I'm thinking, if that really is the case, and that really is some kind of satanic gender bending topsy, do you know they like inversion, that the idea of inverting things because it's like, not satanic necessarily, but like gnostic.
They inverted her penis and made it into a hole.
Just what if? Just what if it is true? Like, what if a lot of what these people, Taylor Swift is a common one. Taylor Swift for me is an interesting one because she has, this is just me talking about it, she has no sexual uh
Appeal?
appeal. She has no sex appeal. She has no sexual aura. She has no sexual charisma.
I
And
agree.
I look at Taylor Swift and I'm like, I think I am not sexually. Come on, she's a young blonde hair, blue eye. Like I should be attracted to her, but
Right,
I'm not. So it's
right.
like, am I picking up on something innately that like is not? You know what I mean?
I've
And then you
Looks
start
like
also
an
thinking,
found it
android almost.
suspicious that I was not attracted to Taylor Swift as well. And I've also done some deep diving and thinking on this. And my theory for the longest time has been that it's how horrible everybody who listens to her music is and how horrible her music is.
I agree.
So it's kind of hard to be
Get
attracted to
hard
that.
for that.
Yeah. Whereas back in the day, one would catch that Shakira music video and get bricked up easily. Ole, ole, ole. You know that one?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I can get bricked up for Janis Joplin.
Yeah,
and she's not like as like in theory not as attractive. I would
definitely
hit
in
it though.
theory, in fact, or any other way that you would like to frame that statement.
On to the news, right?
Well, who's really attractive, Andy, is that
Tate McRae.
that actress from The Last of Us. I
Tate
think her
McRae.
name is Bella Ramsey.
No, but like Tate McRae.
Is there a conspiracy theory that Elliot Page used to be Ellen Page? They do look alike if you Google them side by side.
Well, no one's ever
Let's
seen him
do
in
a
the
deep
same
dive on
room.
that.
Let's just put it that way.
Speaking of how the news shapes and reflects the culture around it, this video, it came out a while ago, but for some reason it's making the rounds again. It's from January of 2024, and it's a New York City Democratic congresswoman just openly saying that they need more immigrants in order for her to win an election and continue to justify her congressional district based on population.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here.
She needs more migrants here for redistricting purposes. And this is kind of like one of those things where we talk about demographics and it's only a conspiracy theory if you don't like it.
You know, gangs in New York.
They're brazen at this point.
Yeah.
Like it went from like we're not importing people to replace you to like no okay we're importing a few people to replace you to like yeah no total fucking replacement. And by the way, that's a good thing. We're literally going to gerrymander fucking whole
Yes,
districts. We're going to
exactly.
emboss people in from like and then yeah and it's like it's only a conspiracy theory if you're against it. If you support it, it's very real, and you should be very proud of the hard work that we've done with these NGOs to help these refugees. Like
Correct.
they should get AI to fudge the numbers for the votes instead of the immigrants.
bro, I'm kind of liking AI. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking that AI is gonna take everybody's job. I think finally that will make people angry. I think I'm liking the fact that AI will take all the jobs because it will just speed everything up and make everything happen quicker.
Now you're
Like
AI
I,
speaking,
acceleration
Jordan.
pill.
Now you're coming around.
I
Exactly.
get it now.
The
I
first
understand.
people that lose all their meaning and worth and economic value are the ones that we despise the most. The white artist shit libs, the
it's
ones who
true.
contribute to the propaganda machine. And that's going to now be made by white woke shit libs with good computers in their rooms.
Right, yeah. Whereas before you needed 30, now you only need one. But when AI genuinely takes over parts of the workforce, right? Like autonomous vehicles is a huge one. Like it's the biggest employer in some parts of the West. It's just people driving, logistics, shit like that. When it takes over all the trucking, transport, and all of the cabs and stuff, then there'll be riots. There'll be fucking riots.
Yeah, truck drivers are an unruly bunch for sure. Except
What
for
happened to those boys in
Reginald
Canada?
Denny. Reginald Denny could have used a little more, oomph.
That happened everywhere, by the way, not just in Canada. It happened in Europe. It happened everywhere. Massive protests of farmers
Did they get
driving
what they
into the center.
wanted?
No, they got absolutely fucking rolled.
Yeah, Canada's still like trying to track down truckers that like protested during the stupid
That was their January 6th,
Yeah.
parking their fucking truck on a street was an insurrection. Yep.
running idle.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
left it running idle. Exactly. I don't know. You think that that's when the revolt will start at truck drivers? I might agree with you. They are
How many flat
a lot of
tires is it
serial
gonna take, boys?
killers.
That's what I want to know. How many fucking flat tires is it gonna
I
take?
mean, I mean, actually, in places like where I'm from in London, it will be kind of the other way around. It will be when AI takes over the driving jobs, a bunch of immigrants will be out of work, the crime will go up, the tensions will go up, and then you'll have riots. That you know what I mean? Like it's kind of so it depends where you are, but I think yeah, a huge amount of the population are employed in that way, where they basically just their job is either moving something from point A to point B or helping someone move something from point A to point B. Like you wouldn't believe, like pretty
Well,
much.
I think that like if it gets bad enough, the elite will be forced to move to Asia and be a parasite in their country, and it'll be their problem. We'll have the riots to deal with, but we can rise to the riots. We can rise once again and rebuild after the fire.
Yeah, yeah. We just have to burn everything down first, right? Like,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Get
when's
the
that gonna
petrol.
happen?
Get your petrol here.
When is the collapse and the burning down of everything supposed to happen? Like, and how are you supposed to expect that as long as the people who are in power continue to gain power, hold power, and grow their power and
Oh
wealth?
no,
We just gotta make it so
I'm
bad
just
over here.
laughing, obviously. Like
I
we're
know you're
never gonna do
LARPing,
it.
and I'm also making fun of the people that you're making fun of in the sense of
Oh right.
like, oh yeah, the full collapse of everything, of society. Yeah, it's coming, isn't it? You look back at COVID, right? It was kind of like a simulated shutdown of society, right? No one come out of your house. We're gonna march down the street and shoot pellets at you if you come outside of your door. Like that video, I think it's Wisconsin, I forget, but that video is crazy of that lady. She's on her porch and the police are like, "Get in your fucking house."
Go inside now! Get in the house!
And that was like a good simulated shutdown of society, but it still didn't collapse. And what actually happened was all of the richest people in the country got even richer, and all the poorest people got poorer, and the housing market and prices on everything got inflated, and very greedy elites benefited from it. So again, I'm like, what's this collapse of society gonna look like here, you know?
Speaking of COVID lockdowns, did you guys see that new Eddington movie?
No, with Joaquin Phoenix, is it a good film?
It is a good film. It's by Ari Aster. He made Hereditary and Midsommar and whatever. This is his best film. It's about like 2020 in a small town with peak COVID stuff going on, and also the George Floyd riots. I recommend it because it really does capture that.
He is a very talented director. That guy, I just don't like him because I feel like he has an agenda against the occult and paganism and stuff, which I think he's like got an axe to grind.
I really thought that last film with Joaquin Phoenix was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
That was bad. I saw that also. I did not
Yeah,
like He Was Afraid.
yeah,
He's
both.
had some bangers though. You got to give him a chance. He's had some
I
incredible
agree.
movies.
That's why I was so disappointed. But yeah,
So wait, what's it called? Edgington.
It's called Eddington, not Edgington.
Eddington. Oh.
Edgington.
Edgington's a good name for it though.
For
It does
Edgington,
kind
just sounds like a town like near
it does a good
where I
job
live.
of capturing I think all the different sides of what went on in that time period, because you have his wife's like a crazy nut job conspiracy theorist. She goes down a rabbit hole. He doesn't Joaquin Phoenix doesn't want to wear a mask, so he's against the mayor and runs for mayor himself. Won't spoil
Wait,
what
but is it
happens.
actually about COVID?
Yeah, kind of.
No, but is it actually about that disease or is it about like a
No, it's
fictional
about
disease?
that time period in America, and
Oh,
yeah,
damn. Okay.
because
Did you see the movie
first you have
Pearl?
COVID, and people are supposed to stay inside and only wear masks. Joaquin Phoenix doesn't want to wear masks because he has asthma or something, and you know, and then there's riots at the small town,
Great plot.
and Antifa terrorism shows up. Spoiler, it's good. The mother in Eddington is constantly watching conspiracy videos or whatever, and she brought up that into that like in the previous years they had a simulated coronavirus. They called it coronavirus. Just bring that up. That line of dialogue. It does very accurately portray, I think, portray that time period and the anxiety and the anger and the confusion of that of 2020. I
Which
like
is
it.
another great example of how it's always comes out somewhere in the middle. Like it was a complete lie. Do you remember burgers and fries? Like burgers and fries, burgers and fries. Like, so on the one hand, you had the government narrative, which is like, do this thing, it's medically preventative, it's like you must do it. And everyone censoring and like bottlenecking and gatekeeping everything. And then on the other side, you have the schizos who are saying, yeah, it's a serum designed to put nanobots in you and then depopulate the planet from like, and there's people publishing death toll numbers and all this crazy. And the truth was just in the middle. The truth
What's
was
with
just
all the
it was just a
magnetic
corporate.
people, though? The magnetic people thing was for sure real, right?
So what do we make of these videos seemingly showing people getting magnets stuck on their arms where they say they were vaccinated? These have been seen by millions and millions of people online. On the flip side, the public has tried to debunk the challenge with other videos showing magnets not sticking to others' injection sites.
No, bro, and those people having seizures wasn't real. There's people falling over in the street. All that Chinese footage wasn't real. It's like the truth was somewhere in the middle. It ended up just being, oh, it's just a corporate big pharma scam. Oh, oh, I see.
The biggest one perpetrated of all time, though, for sure.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
100%. Yeah.
impressive. So impressive.
And almost the biggest shit test ever of like if someone was clued in. Like it was an
Yeah.
interesting to see whether someone was like, I hate to use this word, but like awake, you know.
Yeah. Grand psyop. You know, there's some fun news today about America's favorite serial killer, Brian Koberger. Did you happen to watch that clip, Jordan, that I sent you?
I did not.
I saw it too.
Brian was
So,
infamous though. I know about Brian.
so yeah, he murdered like four people in Idaho, and
What kind of people?
Oh,
so
I
he
did watch the clip. I did watch that clip. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Are you
so
gonna
he
put that? Are you gonna put
confessed.
that in?
Yeah, for sure gonna put that in.
Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
Thank you.
So he confessed to the crime, and before he gets sentenced, the victims' families get to talk to him. And this one family member of one of the victims, the younger sister of one of his victims, tells him that she hopes that he gets raped in prison.
But
No, it's like, have you seen the one
who
with
did he
the
kill though?
Killed four college students because he was obsessed with a girl that lived there.
Was it all girls or
No,
guys?
it was like
Indiscriminate.
yeah, it was like an off-campus house that they were renting. And he became obsessed with this girl and was following her on Instagram and stuff, and then devised a plot to go and murder her, but she was asleep next to her boyfriend, and he murdered both of them. And then one of the roommates saw him, so he murdered her. And then he murdered. It was kind of like a Ted Bundy murder. Like when he went into that sorority house and he was just like clobbering all those bitches, you know? Remember that one? That classic Ted Bundy murder
Hell of
spree?
a clip.
Peak. On January 15th, 1978, he broke into the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University, brutally attacking 4 young women in less than 15 minutes, killing 2 of them, Margaret Bowman and Lisa Liz.
You don't remember that? You're not familiar with the crimes of Ted Bundy? The guy
No.
who asked women to help him fix his car and they
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was
willingly
pretty
went
cool.
and got into his car with him. But
Oldest trick of the book.
he actually was Googling Ted Bundy a lot around the time of the murder, so I think it was kind of his version of that. In other news, speed running for Jord. It's the middle of the night for him. He's knackered.
No, 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 no. I'm good. We can like trust me. We'll get back. We're here. We may as well use the 40 minutes that we got. I'm just thinking like what else we should talk about.
Well,
No,
have
we
you
got
guys seen the footage of the interview with Kamala Harris that was on 60 Minutes and the way that they edited it to make her look smarter and more confident?
So Mr. Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
So Trump sued them for the access to the footage. It's very obvious that they altered it to make her look smarter and didn't do a profile on him that was impressive. And so he won $36 million in this lawsuit by justifying that it was like unfair advantage against him in the election to have this.
Now the question is, what do you think he's going to do with that money?
Pay off his lawyers.
Yeah, I'd go to Disneyland. Is what I would do personally with $36 million. That'd be number one. Waffle House number two. Starting a cult number three.
I guess the bigger picture subject around this story is major media company got caught red-handed creating propaganda for another candidate. That candidate still failed. So what does that say about her and the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris? But then my bigger question is,
are you tired of winning yet, guys?
My biggest question though is Trump has all these enemies, and when shit like this happens, it kind of makes you root for him more. And during the campaign, right before he won, all this stuff was happening. He narrowly avoided an assassination attempt, and it looked like, the CIA wanted to blow his brains out in 4K Ultra HD for everyone to share. And you were like, wow, whoever wants Trump dead, like fuck them, I'm gonna vote for him even harder. And all this stuff was going on, and it was clear that they edited that interview because they did such a bad job at it, and everyone knew this. And it was like, well, if the mainstream media is going through all this work to get him to lose, I want him to win. And it like gave all these people enthusiasm and motivation to vote. They like shot themselves in the foot. So my question is, well, who are these elitists that hate him so bad, but don't profit when he's president? Because look who's winning as him being president. Rich people, corporations, Israel, like all the same people, gas companies. Like it's all, you know what I'm saying? So who's driven to get Kamala to win this bad, Any takers on that, Jord? Anything?
Dude, I don't believe that Trump was shot in the ear anymore.
Yeah, big psyop. Well, what teenage boy got shot in the fucking face on that rooftop?
I mean, like it's so easy
A
these days
patriot.
to. You've been to Universal Studios, right? You've been to one of those performances where they have pyrotechnics and people jumping around and just like it's just I don't know what to believe anymore, man. I
They gave
genuinely
him,
don't know what
they
to
gave
believe
him
anymore.
I
big
think that
guns,
like I
and
think that,
then
like
Trump had a blood
Dude,
pact.
you know as well as I do that Stephen Paddock did not climb up fucking 27 stories holding all those weapons and then remove the window of the hotel room in order to
So
like, come on,
I
you
hate
know.
to disagree with you there, but that is literally on camera, and it's hilarious how he does it.
No,
He
no. What do
actually
you mean
has
it's on
he
camera?
has the migrant workers at the hotel.
Insert the clip
I
here. Insert
will.
it.
Pacifica minivan to the valet area, where a bellman loads the luggage cart with 5 suitcases. Paddock asks to stay with his luggage, so the bellman brings him through the service elevators to his room. Later Tuesday night, Paddock returns to the Mandalay and a different bellman helps him to move 7 more suitcases to his suite. Again, he uses the service elevator. He tips the bellman, who had no way of knowing these cases were packed with guns and ammunition. That night, he again uses the valet service and a bellman to carry a white container and 3 suitcases to his room. His arsenal of weapons is growing. Again, he gambles through the night. Open in the room until around into the later during his back at the Mandalay at 6 a.m. with 2 more suitcases. Soon after noon on Saturday, he places do not disturb signs on both room doors.
He has the workers at the hotel do it all for him, and they don't look, they don't question, they don't know what's in the bag. They're fucking heavy. They're like, ugh, and they load it all up on these big things, on these big stands. They take it into a huge elevator up to his room, and they help him unload it. And they don't look, they don't question it, and he tips them. He's like, thanks, guys, have a good night.
Okay, but hold on. When did this footage come out?
This came out a couple years ago, and he comes back to the hotel with another fucking like suburban full of fucking weapons that he unloads out of these suitcases and bags. And then he goes up and he takes them out of the suitcases and bags, and then he takes them
Wild.
back down with him, and he just keeps reloading. He does it like 3 or 4 times. And he has like all of the staff do it for him. It's hilarious. He doesn't lift a finger. He has everybody else load up all of his fucking guns.
Oh my God. See, it just goes to show you the power of like the meme. Because like I to be honest, the last time I checked this was 2 years ago. And if we want to go full schizo, I don't even necessarily know if we can trust like footage that comes out years after the fact. Um hmm. Interesting.
Put your
But
detective caps on,
yeah, the
guys.
Washington Post published 7 years ago footage of him actually doing it. This was 7 years ago, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
post link. But it's hilarious because everyone's like, how did he manage to do that? As if you're envisioning him with like a gun stuck
That's
in his pants.
exactly what I was
He was working
envisioning. Listen, I'm
harder.
happy. I'm happy, not happy, but like I'm
Sorry.
interested to be proved wrong. It's like this is fascinating.
Like
He was
I've
working
never saw.
smarter.
have like
He
a
was working.
bump stock up his ass or anything. He just
Oh,
had
why
them
does no one
fucking
talk about this?
He was working smarter, not harder, guys. Let
yeah,
me be a lesson to all of you.
Exactly.
Micromanage, delegate, get other people to do it for you. Tip well.
Yeah, why set up your kill nests, your sniper's nests yourself when you could have all these minimum wage workers do it for you?
Bizarre.
Like he really zipped up all those bags good. Like no one even saw like a silencer peeking out or anything, or like a bump stock like fall
Okay,
out of the
but didn't
bag.
he have to, wouldn't he have had to have removed the hotel window in order to pull that off? Like, wasn't there a bunch of weird things about it that still don't add up?
I don't know. I've seen that window, and if you're about to commit a massacre and you break the window off, like
Hmm.
who cares if what sound it makes or if it's loud? It's a partying city, and a hotel is
Hmm.
crazy where that is. I was in Vegas recently, and I like my true crime tourism as much as the next guy. I was like looking where Tupac got shot, and I looked at
Hmm.
where Stephen Paddock committed that massacre, and I was standing there looking up at the window where it happened, and it's horrifying because it's really like. You think of the strip of Las Vegas as this compacted thing with like maybe a lot of places to hide? No. Where that music festival was is purposely this big open space with nowhere to run and hide. Like running to the closest thing where you could hide under, it means running closer to where he's shooting you from and making it easier for him to shoot you. Because like it's
Wow.
surrounded by like this big wall in the back. It's kind of like a big bowl, and it's perfect for a mass shooting. That guy knew what he was doing.
If you were in that
Yeah.
situation, I think I would just like grab the closest person next to me and like hold them as a shield. That's what I
Yeah.
would do personally.
Or
But
a
hold on, hold
child,
on,
at
hold on,
least to
hold on.
cover
What
your
was his,
head.
so what was his cause? What was Paddock's whole thing supposed to be about?
Well, he's an American jihadist. I
Next,
thought
next
that.
thing you're gonna tell me that Sandy Hook it didn't happen the way they say it did.
I
What
don't
else
really
happened?
believe in the Sandy Hook conspiracy theory myself. Like, I have no problem believing that an autistic retard went into a school full of little children and unloaded an assault rifle on them all.
Hmm.
I don't really. People are
Yeah.
like, how could someone heinous do such a thing? Then you have no knowledge of like war and war crimes and people. There's a quote that I was reading the other day, and it was like, um, the man who, the man built for war with nothing to do will go to war with himself or something like that. What the fuck
It's
was?
Dostoevsky, I think.
Yeah.
That's dope. I love that.
Yeah, and especially when you're like bullied and like autistic and your mom is like abusive and leaves you access to assault rifles, like yeah, that might happen under those circumstances. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah, just a little convenient for my liking.
It's not hard to shoot at children. I don't know if you've ever done it, but like it's
Well, no, I haven't. I just shoot my children at women and prostitutes.
Andy wanted to talk about his favorite comedian, Tim Dillon, uh, being being a stooge,
Yeah.
being a plant. And there's a
No,
big
no
wave of
way.
people doing this actually, changing their stance on Epstein, changing their stance on Israel lately, getting phone calls, a lot of stupid talking heads going, oh, they're releasing grand jury testimony from an Epstein case from a long time ago. This is the plan, 4D chess. Trump got him again. And it's like, oh my God, I cannot take this anymore. Like
The
that's
Wait, so
evidence.
what's that thing about Tim Dillon being a plant?
Well, so like Tim Dillon had dinner with JD Vance,
Huh.
after dropping one of his episodes, and then like his next episode, he has like kind of a stranger take where he's not like blaming, he's not really going hard at Trump or allocating him as much. Then he talks to Alex Jones, and that was just strange because like they seem to come to the conclusion that it was more like, the Epstein thing was more about money laundering than sex trafficking. I mean, that's part of it, but it seems to be steering in a different direction. And I'm thinking that they bribed Tim Dillon with like a nice, 2 or 3 steak dinner at the White House or something. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but some people are definitely saying it. Some people are thinking it. I'm
clearly a memo went out that was something like, hey, you're either with us or against us. If you want to stay on our good side, what you're going to do is tweet out or talk about how us doing the grand jury thing for all the people that we previously called stupid and annoying for asking about Epstein, all the people that we just insulted. What you have to do now is say, oh, hey, this was actually Trump's plan all along to cause outrage about it so that everything could get released. It's like a shitty QAnon like tactic.
Trump is playing 4D chess with the Epstein files. Hear me out. In his campaign, he said he was going to release the files to bring the Democrats to their knees and bring them to justice. Because there seems to be files again now. It's written by Hillary and Obama. Together, that can make it one singular dimension is the player itself, Donald Trump.
And it's so fucking dumb. It's so annoying. This is definitely the biggest blemish on the administration so far, because every week we're talking about it because the saga continues on, and it's a mess that they themselves made. They're the ones who were like, we're going to release all the Epstein stuff. We're going to release all the Epstein stuff. And then they said, no, we're not. Case closed. Nothing here to look at. They created this fucking mess. It's so stupid.
Yeah. They're doing damage control now, but it's like with the comedians specifically, it's very, very easy to like tell who's had a talking to recently and who hasn't. Like Shane Gillis, for example, if you look at what he's saying with the Epstein stuff versus Tim Dillon and Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan seems to just like skate on the topic and not even really address the stuff when he's asked about it. Which I mean, for him, I sort of understand it. Not that I condone it, but he has a giant platform. But he's kind of hiding behind I'm just an idiot, guys. Don't take me too seriously. And yeah, it's not looking good. Looking a little scary.
Well, dude, one of the ones I was looking into this week was Nikolai Mashigian, the crypto kid who he helped make Ethereum. And
Yeah.
He lived in Puerto Rico and he got whacked. I'm pretty sure he got whacked by CIA or Mossad.
We should probably say right now, we have no plans of killing ourselves. We're not going to do that. Candace Owens not going to kill herself.
Jordan,
if I die, Graham
after?
dies, or Jordan dies, it was definitely somebody else. It was not us.
But you should look into his tweets, like the shit he was tweeting before he died.
Yeah, who did he say was laundering money for pedos? Did he say
He said that he said, yeah, Mossad and CIA were running a pedo blackmail operation ring, and it was massive, and it was being run out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands, and that he basically said that they were going to kill him, and then hours later washed up on the beach.
Because they were laundering money with crypto, and he had knowledge of that.
Yeah, well, it was more like they were getting into crypto from the beginning. So what it is crypto was always about being decentralized, right? And then you have these coins that can't really be touched, like Ethereum and Bitcoin and stuff. Well, Ethereum has its own stable coin and Bitcoin has a stable coin. But the idea is that big financial institutions like BlackRock and stuff wanted into crypto and they wanted to control it and they wanted to have ultimately to regulate it, which is kind of what's happening now.
Said enough, Jordan. If you want to get the rest of this, you're going to have to go to Jord's channel and watch his latest video on it. That was just a sneak preview, folks. I'm sorry, but you're going to
shameless plug. Shameless plug.
He's behind the paywall now. You're gonna have to pay off, boy.
That's basis, fuck.
That was your first 30 seconds, folks. If you want the rest of the good shit, you're gonna have to get on over at Warjord
on YouTube. But no, it's this shit goes so deep, man. This shit goes so fucking deep with these rings, with these sting operations, with these entrapment things, blackmail things. And I think I think the Epstein stuff proves it. And that's why they have to gatekeep it. That's why they have to bottleneck it. Because if
it's still going on?
Because of course it's still going on, and because Epstein's probably just the top of the iceberg. Really, if you think about it, it probably goes so much deeper.
Them saying that the case is closed and there's nothing to see, to me, just signals that they just deleted, destroyed, got rid of everything. Went through it and meticulously got rid of it. Because why else would you, I don't know, why else would you be saying this shit? And it's talking about how it's closed. I don't think there's anything to find. The shredder was used, holes were drilled in hard drives. You know what I mean? Fires and burn barrels were started in alleyways. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And
so what's the self-deportation thing that you were telling me about?
Oh shit, we didn't talk about
Oh shit, yeah.
So I've been getting ads on social media, and one of them is jobs for
deport yourself. There's just ads on social. You're on Instagram Reels, and it's just self-deport.
ICE is paying so much money. They're giving you a $50,000 bonus and a six-figure salary if you join them. and you start working for them because they're expanding it. I think because of the big beautiful bill, there's already advertisements for this. And then the second thing are these ads for like turning in illegal immigrants and turning yourself in if you're an illegal immigrant.
Damn, amnesty
Pay
or
you to
whatever. Like,
leave.
Yeah.
pay you to
So
leave.
we got a free flight home. We got a forgiveness of failure to depart fines, $1,000 exit bonus, and preserves the option to return legally. Whoa, whoa! I might self-deport myself.
Well, and you're telling me I get fries and a burger with this deportation? Like, holy shit!
Does it come with pickles? Yeah, I wonder though, is it $1,000 like dollars or is it 1,000 pesos?
Bro, I've been pro giving migrants money to fuck off for the longest time. I was talking about this shit like no joke 5 years ago. It's the best policy. So many people are just leeching off the state where it's like if you give them like a chunk of money, they will just fuck off. Like and like $1,000 isn't gonna cut it. And I don't like the idea of allows. What did you say at the end? Allows you to come back in legally? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Once you're out, you're out, and you don't get the chance to come back in because you broke our rules before. But a $10,000 fuck off forever fee is fine with me. If you actually, oh, dude, even if it costs billions, if it actually fixed demographics, trillions, I don't give a shit. Money's fake. Money's not real, dude. It's just illusory.
We'll print more of it, dog. We'll just fucking print more of it.
Base. You can, hey, how about $1 million each? Fuck off. Like, just like
forever. You're gone. You're gone.
The
Take your money and
hypocrisy.
leave.
The hypocrisy of Jordan is astounding. He himself is a migrant who was kicked out. He was deported from the United States, and you have no sympathy. You
And
have
he didn't, but he didn't get his
not even
burger and
slightly.
fries.
That's the whole point.
He didn't get his burger and fries. He didn't get his $1,000, and he did not get the option to return legally.
It's so real, so fucking real. In fact, I'd be treated worse if I went back into America than the average like illegal migrant, which is crazy. Not that the deportation process was particularly violent or painful or anything. There was nothing really bad about it. I was treated with respect and like human dignity the whole way through it. The people were actually very nice to me. It's a piss take. It's a piss take, your system. And mine's the same. In this country, it's the same. It's a joke, man.
I agree. Andy, say something funny so we can end the episode, bro.
Let me think. How much did you say ICE is paying again? Like to join them?
I think it's a $50,000 bonus and a six-figure salary.
That's more than I make in 3 years.
That's dope. Andy, you gonna become an ICE agent?
Andy, the bounty hunter. I'm the thug, the big bad thug, the bounty hunter. That's what I'm thinking. Say hi.
Is that the theme song to Dog the Bounty Hunter?
I think it was something approximating the theme song to Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I'm just saying though, like if you happen to be like if you're a prisoner listening to the show and you happen to be a prisoner with Ghislaine Maxwell, do say hello. And I think it's your duty as an American patriot to you know, give her a taste of her own medicine, if you know what I'm saying. And maybe if you record the video, if you can record it, send it to me at GrubThug Hotmail.
You know what we haven't seen in a long time? Like a good beheading video.
I would like to see that as well. See some more of those, I mean.
Yeah, I only have a couple gigs.
Give me head or get beheaded, you know? Either way, I'm gonna come.